Welcome to the Predpool channel. Let's hang out and talk about action figures. I'm just a guy who loves to collect action figures of characters I grew up with. Action figure love in every shape and size, bringing back memories, making me feel alive. Action figure love from old to brand new. They're more than toys, our dreams coming true. Searching for rare ones, hunting high and low. Each one tells a story, a tale to show. From superheroes to villains, they're all here. Action figures bringing joy year after year.
Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Predpool. We're doing another review. First I want to thank you for clicking on my video and taking the time to take a look at it. So we're going to be doing a review of a figure which is basically just a blank body. I got this from 5K Toys. The company is CH002. This is the version. They have 4 versions from which to pick from. As far as 5K Toys, they only had 2 available to actually buy. So I went with the version of CH002, which is down here in the lower part of this box. So this is the packaging it comes in. Not too much, just a white box with the company's logo, I guess it's as far as which model number of the figure you're getting. No pictures of the figure, and then the back just some warnings and as far as not for kids, choking hazards, etc., yada yada. So basically I just got this because I want to try this out. I was kind of impressed from the images, this type of ab articulation it has, and I'm going to post a picture right here. So this is from 5K Toys, and here we see the 4 different models. Here they basically the ab crunch, there's 2 versions of that with different neck articulation, so it varies between the 4. And as I mentioned, I got the CH002, which the neck is 1 piece, and it has the ab crunch divided into different sections. So I haven't seen too many figures like that, so I was curious how that works out. At that time, or at this time of the filming, it's $15, and then plus their shipping. I had a $5 credit, so basically it kind of took the shipping off from me, so I only spent about $15 plus tax. So it wasn't too bad. So here it is. I took it out of the box. You get it in this type of tray. As you can see, he has different sections as far as his abdomen for articulation. He just has come in a package, just extra hands, no extra feet, no weapons, no head. So let's see how this is. So I'm gonna take it out. There's no twisties, there's no tape or anything like that. And here's the body. Okay, so he has one of those joints in his wrist that are like the ball that you can just move around and you can get in and out. As far as his neck, he just has the double ball joint here. So this is a rubbery material, so it kind of flexes. So as of the time of this video, if you're familiar with what was released from Hasbro with the that Maximum Hulk, this is the same concept where this is the rubbery chest area, and actually this part down here is rubbery also. So what that means is that you can flex his arms in. Now it does leave an unsightly gap, so that's what you're going to get. Looks like a chest buster. It looks like, yep, he's going to have a Xeno come out of his chest. So that kind of not is a very good look for this. So that's one negative. But he does have some positives. He does have a double jointed elbows, and they bend real nice. And these joints they're like a nice, smooth, stiff. They're no heating required. They're not loose, but they got this nice tightness to them that you can get your poses done easily with them. So I really like that. Again, there's the ball joint here, goes up and down, move sideways. Now the ab crunch, that's what I was really interested regarding this figure. It seems a little unsightly if you look it up close. It almost looks like it fits better for some kind of reptilian character. So if he had like scales on his skin and so forth, you can almost get like a snake type guy, lizard, perhaps even fish. But if you get this figure and you cover this up, look at the range of motion you can get from bending him over. So that's pretty decent. And if you look at the back, he doesn't have a whole lot of gappage. Yes, he has back here on the top and a little bit, and he does have down here. But for that range of motion, I was suspecting that, you know, these two will also be like really gappy. But you can always work with it a little bit and cover some of that gap in the back. So that's pretty cool. You can also go way back. And it has like a bendy wire feel. It's not bendy wire, but it has, because this is rubbery and he has all these sections here, you feel like you're dealing with a bendy wire. But you can move him all over the place as far as his waist. So you don't have to worry about that articulation. He does have a slight, he has a, you hear that? That's his waist joint clicking. So you can move that around. Okay. So I was kind of worried maybe I broke it or something, but no, that's not the case. It's just, he just has, that's the type of joint he has, which he kind of, it clicks. Okay. Which helps stays in position. Now, as far as his legs, again, his crotch area is also rubbery material, so you can do the T pose with his arms and the T Van Damme with the legs also. That's pretty good. He has no upper thigh swivel. He does have double jointed knees, which is coming that way real nice. No cut, no boot cut or anything like that. He doesn't really have a ankle rocker. What he has is another one of those ball joints that, you know, that's kind of both sides here, and it's kind of inhibited a little bit by as far as the plastic on the top, but you can move around his foot and get different positions. Now, he doesn't go too much as far as up, and there he goes down. It's not so bad. Let's see, let's straighten the leg. Yeah, so he doesn't get a whole lot of range with his foot, but it is a very sturdy as far as design that they did with this figure. So I can just put him here, put a little pressure, and he stands just fine. I'm going to put him back here so I can see him better. There we go. Okay, so this is my first kind of blank body that I've gotten. The two things that I don't like about the blank bodies is this. You don't know what head you can use on these blank bodies. This one is, compared to some of the other ones out there, it's one of the bigger ballpoints, but it's hard to, again, I haven't seen the big muscular ones that are recently coming out. You don't have a lot of choices as far as without modification of heads you can use on this body. So that's one of the things that I have to deal with and try to customize. And the other thing are the feet. He doesn't have any extra feet as far as like with shoes, with sandals, anything like that, or kind of like the superhero, you know, type of slipper type thing. So you're kind of limited as far as how you want to use or customize this figure. You must really have a plan as far as what you're going to use, what accessories, what you may buy in additional to create a certain type of figure. So I'm going to try to quickly put something together now. So I'll be right back. So it'll take me a few minutes of my time, a few seconds for you. So I'll go ahead and do some quick customization with this just to create a quick character with this blank body. Here we go. Alright, so this is what I quickly put together. I have some extra stuff from Mesco for their Conan. I also had the shield from Mythic Legions. I had this helmeted head from, I think it was from Jada. I might be wrong. Jazzwares, I think it is. For Halo. So it was that Halo Spartan type helmet guy. So I had that in my extra heads bucket. And then I have also this sickle type weapon. So just something real quick. Again, I wish I had some kind of like sandal feet. Maybe I see if I can get some armor for his legs and wrist guards and so forth. So that way I can fully armor him up, get him fully, as far as fully loaded out. I forgot to mention regarding his hands, he does have, as far as like a gripping hand. Well, he has 2 gripping hands that he comes with. Now they do kind of come already like sealed. So this one I had to cut the thumb and his index finger so that way I can put the weapon in. So what I mean by that is I still have his other hand, in which, I don't know if you can tell here, this part here is kind of like it's together, it's one piece. So I don't know if it's just that they intended that way, or it came out in the factory from the mold. But it's easily just to take apart a little bit, so that way you can extend as far as what he can hold with this hand. And then he has, for his right hand, he has a trigger finger hand. Okay. And then he has more of a relaxed type. If you want to like hold like a rifle or so forth with his other hand, or maybe a shield, which I'm gonna have to switch up on this one here. So if I change the hand on this one, hopefully the shield can fit better. So while I do this, do I recommend this? If you have, again, plans, or you kind of have a idea of what you want to do with a blank body type thing, this one is a solid option in my opinion. It does feel high quality. There we go. So I was able to get that hand in there. It does feel high quality. He is a little bit on the smaller side. So let me do some quick comparisons so you can get an idea what kind of size you're working with. So let me just put him here for now. Alright, so let's start here with Mythic Legions, my version of Conan. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. So as far as height, they're comparable as height, but obviously, this guy needs to go to the gym. And then we have Mesco Conan. And again, the size is workable as far as height, but again, he hasn't worked out. So take the Conans out. Let's go with X-Ray Combatant. Go. And we'll go with Savage Crucible Rapax. Okay. Alright, so now let's put Boss Fight Studios Red Sonja. And he actually looks better with her. She kind of falls more into that size, so that would work. So I think he would work with the Boss Fight Studio type figures. So hopefully they come out with weapons pack, whatever, you can maybe use their stuff to build up this type, if you're interested in getting this type of blank figure. And then we have Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Okay. And then we're gonna, for the last comparisons, go with a Marvel Legends type figure, Crystar. So yep, he's fairly decent size between those two. And just for the heck of it, we'll go with G.I. Joe Televiper. So he would fit more into the Marvel Legends and, classifieds size and, body build and so forth. So he'll work fine with those type of figures. Anything that has to do probably with Mythic Legion, Savage Crucible, X-Ray, Animal Warriors, he's going to be in the short side. So unless he's going to be one of those smaller soldiers that, they easily get killed and so forth, that's, unless you want to use them for that purpose. All right, I hope this video was helpful if you're in the market as far as looking for a blank body to customize. Again, this is a very well done body. The soft muscle parts and, the skin color is good. Just the only thing is the ball joint could be hard as far as getting a head sculpt that fits properly for that. You have to do some modifications if you have a certain head sculpt that you want to use. All right, so please like and subscribe. And again, thank you very much for clicking on my video. Until next time, see you later.